This question says, which third period element, so this is the elements from sodium all the way over to argon, so the third row of your periodic table, does the following ionization trend belong to? So first, we need to ask ourselves, what is an ionization trend? An ionization trend is the energy to remove the first electron, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. And these are all coming off of a single element. So what we know is if you were to have your, let's actually draw this in a different way. So if we have the S and the P, and you have a full octet, for every element that you erase, it's going to become successively more energetically unfavorable. However, once you remove all of the P, you will see a jump here and a jump here. So it's important to make sure we look at all of these numbers. So what is a jump? A jump is anytime you see a large gap. So I'm going to zoom in on this just so that we can talk about it. So if you go from here to here, it's about 900. This is about 1,000. So those are about the same. However, when we look at this next one, it's about 2,000. And the next one goes back down. So this gives a jump of only, I think, about 1,200. So we can see that we have a jump here. But let's go ahead and keep looking through this whole trend to make sure that we're not missing something later. If we look here, we see that it goes from 6,273 to 21,267. It's not a typo. It went from 6,000 to 23,000. So my math gives us about, we're just going to go approximately 18,000. That is a massive jump. So then we go back here and we see 4,000 and 4,000. So if we compare these numbers, you can see that there's two jumps. If we think back to this information that's kind of sketchy over here, there's going to be a jump when we go from the last P into the S, and then from the S into breaking octet. The massive jump tells you this breaks octet. So if we know it's a third period, and we know that it has, so if we count backwards, to create the sixth, that means we need to remove 5 electrons because the sixth one breaks the octet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that gives us the element of phosphorus. And we got to phosphorus because we looked for the jump. The jump tells you what it is. And we know that this jump, because the I6 is the, in this case, we know it's phosphorus, so it's P5 plus goes to P6 plus 1 E minus. So this is an empty 3 shell. Whoops, that's not how you spell shell. And so now we remove one more out of the next shell, so it is really expensive energetically.